Yes, you might be more afraid to fail, but at least you're trying in the first place.
I dealt with it because all I had to do was take medications and keep on switching on and then flinching, shaking, and then.
You're
Mhm.
extremely valued and appreciated in the community. Welcome to the Rain from Within show. I'm Shane, your host. Everybody in life has a story, and today's story is on Henok Haile, an absolute beast who's a very active strength athlete inside of our community. His story is about quiet resilience. Growing up, he was curious, creative, and full of big dreams. Loved storytelling, technology, and imagining the worlds he wanted to create one day as a director, pursuing acting as well. But his childhood wasn't just imagination and ambition. He battled epilepsy at a young age and he navigated ongoing health conditions, including Perthes disease. Experiences that forced him to mature early and develop resilience most people don't have to think about. Now he's stepping into acting classes, pursuing creative work, and building his future one step at a time. This episode is about creativity, patience, health, and becoming stronger through circumstances you didn't choose. If you enjoy these, make sure you like the episode, comment your biggest takeaway, and if you want to be the next success story like Henok in here, head to strength.com/athlete to learn more. All right, let's get into it. Enjoy the show. Dude, you are one of the most beloved strength athletes, I'd say. I'd say you come to every single team meeting. I just want to give you major props. Momentum Mondays, Tribe Thursdays. And sometimes I'll call you out. I'll be like, yo, Henok, what do you want to say to the team? And you always got a great speech that you just muster up, dude. It's awesome. So, yeah, I got quite a few questions for you, bro. But to start out, how you feeling, man?
Good.
Dude, this was a grind to get him on the Google Meet. Oh my gosh, I was sending you the link and it just was not working. But yeah, man, let's start with who you were as a kid. When you think back growing up, what did you dream about becoming?
Mostly, hopefully, one day becoming an adult, or as my most of the time I didn't really think as the side of my brain was not working, and since based off my health, I didn't have much of all the way processing, so I was having issues at that time.
Yeah, dude, no, I totally hear you. I know you've dealt with quite a few health conditions and setbacks, but I want to get into that in a little bit here. You were always curious about kind of how things worked. You mentioned to me, where do you think that drive to create came from?
Just myself, I always thought of like I was always a curious person, so I just wanted to try new things.
Let's go, bro. Good. Yeah, movies and storytelling especially too, right? They kind of pulled you in early.
Yeah, later that happened.
So tell me about like your interest in the directing scene and or the acting scene. Like what kind of movies did you watch growing up, and what kind of led you to want to pursue that path?
So as you said, I was interested in directing because in high school I did a little acting for a class, correction, not the stage. Don't think of it as the movies. But anyways, I did a little bit of, it was a project for a class I did in different groups, and they were the ones that mostly were doing the scripting and writing, and then I was the actor in one of them, and I can even send you. But anyways, they wanted me, our teacher had assignments for us, and we just did what she said, and then one of our, if I remember, the guy, he did, before he graduated, he did most of the editing, and I did not think of that until now. Not of 20, uh, not of like 2025, but like somewhere around 2019
Mm-hmm.
or 18. I was like interested in that, and then I wanted to like do something for my family for like a Christmas themed thing, and then I was not very smart on that. And then I was like, why not take college classes because they can teach you more. And then so I was like, I tried that, and then they taught us everything, and then not that I really thought in my head as I thought. So I was like, not what you would learn from like YouTube or something. And then I was like, in my head, it was like a goo that the kids use or play with, and I had no concept of it, just throw it away. So I was like, geez. And then we had the final assignment, and I was like, I'm not gonna get this. I'm late. I'm not gonna get this on time. So I did get an extension, which was good, but
That's good.
that did not go well. And then I was like, I'm still late. I don't have the products. I don't have any of the things I need on my list. And I'm like, this is not for me. So I'll revert that. I'll switch back. So I decided to take, I guess the class was called Intro to Theater. And then, so when I took that, that was much easier understanding. And then it wasn't still on directing. It was more on like how people acted back in the days, what they did, how it all started from like the tribulations of their time, and then what they did a little differently that's similar to now. And then it was similar to some, and then just a little different.
Yeah.
And then a little stranger. So
it's good, bro.
And then I like watching Marvel movies.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite Marvel character?
Spider-Man.
Oh, let's go. What about DC?
For DC, I'd have to say Batman.
Good choices. I'd say like Iron Man for Marvel for me, and then probably, yeah, Batman. Batman over Superman.
Well, the reason I said Superman was because
you said Spider-Man.
I grew up watching the original Spider-Man.
Okay. Peter Parker with what's his name?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. Dude, you see he's dating a 20-year-old right now. That's
Tom Holland?
No, not Tom Holland. Tobey Maguire. He's like 40 something. I don't know. It was kind of a interesting topic lately, but hey man, ages. Yeah.
It was just interesting. Me, like, when I watch stuff, I like it and see what they do and then try it out and then realize what my potential is instead of here.
Oh, so, yeah. Dude, I like that you've been interested in the movies and such growing up. I took one class in college called Intro to Theater, and I remember they made us go to these plays, but they were actually pretty interesting. I enjoyed them quite a bit, but didn't dive in any further than that. So props to you. That's definitely interesting. I want to dive more into the movies in a second here. I want to go through some of your tribulations and trials that you've overcome over the years. You said you dealt with epilepsy growing up. What was that like, being a kid navigating something that serious?
I dealt with it because all I had to do was take medication and keep on switching on, and then flinching, shaking, and then passing out, and then going back to normal and having it. So I had it for a while until we found the right doctor, and then we came upon the right medications to calm it down. So I'm doing good as of right now, and so
good, man. Yeah, when did that first start, if you don't mind me asking?
I have to say probably around, as far as I remember, because you do get that sense of brain issue around my elementary school and middle school.
Dude, I relate to that a little bit because I used to pass out a lot as well. Not because I didn't have epilepsy necessarily, but it was just fear, man. I'd get in these moments and my body would just shut down. But so I can kind of resonate with that. So finding the right medication definitely changed things for you in the right way. I'm really glad to hear that. What did stability teach you about gratitude? Did you feel like having to go through those kind of episodes, do you have a different appreciation for life and just when things are at peace now?
Yeah, I do. I just feel like, considering though, I thought this was going to go away, I was like, uh, well, you do what you gotta do. You have a disability. You may not be good at math, English, science, history, but because of your memory form,
Mm,
as I'm saying, just find what you're good at, and hopefully one day uh, you can help another person with that same thing,
absolutely. Yeah, you
and it'll
can.
go away one day.
Yeah. So another thing is you have Perthes disease. I want to touch on that for a sec. How did that impact you physically and mentally growing up?
Not much. I just It was just when I was growing up, I had it's basically on the side of your hips, so it's like it makes you unbalanced basically if you try to stand on one foot or try to do some sort of exercise, and then you find
Nice.
yourself, like if you come out of the shower trying to wipe your feet,
Mm,
you start to wobble, and you're like, all of a sudden. So it's all in the balance basically. That's what it does. I started to notice. It's not much of an issue,
love
but
that.
it's a hurting thing I did. I have.
My guy, let's go. Hey, so now that I've understood, I researched it a little bit as well, and I think it makes your story that much more powerful because I know that you've done training with us quite a bit with Diego, and I've seen your videos on your TikTok of you doing these exercises, and for someone with the setbacks that you've dealt with, I still see you putting in the work. For example, not even having to go the whole way to the gym. I see you knocking out workouts right there in like your living room and at your house. So props to you,
Mhm.
man. I think a lot of people that watch this might be in a situation where maybe they're not able to go to the gym either. And so when you post that kind of things on TikTok and people listen to this, I think they're going to be very motivated by your story.
Yeah, it was just the only option I had because ever since I took off my card from the gym, I just thought like, where am I gonna work out? And I've seen stuff like this before, and then I was like, why not try? And it was just the easiest thing, and I stuck with it. So I was like,
Hmm. That's good. Dude, and something that is kind of crazy is you're older than me, bro. If you would guess, I don't know. When I first met you, I thought that you were just like a couple years younger than me. I'm 25, about to be 26. You're 27, right?
yes.
That's awesome, bro. I love it. So, do you think that dealing with any kind of part of your health challenges, do you think it forced you to have to mature and grow up faster?
No, I always thought about that, but not really. I can do some sort of things as other people, just not as I wish I could do, like have a girlfriend, Valentine's Day,
Oh, yeah.
stay out late, but as long as I'm here, I'm perfectly fine. I grew up in New Mexico. I've lived in the same house. I'm gonna get eventually the same a house one day as like everybody else. So, but
What do
it doesn't
you
affect it doesn't affect me.
Good. I love it, man. Yes. Let me ask you this. What do you look for in a future girlfriend? What do you look for in a girl?
Hopefully, someone that's nice. This may sound controversy, but I get this a lot, but not the same ethnicity. Uh,
Yeah, we all have our preferences.
uh, Hopefully, someone that can take care of me. I can do the same, has a job, same age.
Mm. Would you ever date a girl older or younger?
I guess older.
Ooh, cougar. Just kidding.
No, you're good.
Let's go, bro. Yeah, no, I'm kind of weird. I mean, I don't mean to disqualify, but I've always preferred if my girl is a couple years younger than me. That's my preference. But yeah, no, I've dated a couple older girls. So I do you feel like, let's go back to your health for a sec. Do you feel like when your body doesn't cooperate the way you want it to, and or just these seasons of life that you've gone through, what has it taught you about patience?
Just to take it one step at a time and just keep on taking the pills for as long as you live.
Mm.
If I'm gonna have to take it, I'm just like every other person living in a nursing home. It's medication time.
Well, I mean, do you struggle putting down pills? It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, once you get the hang of it, it's just.
I used to hate that, dude. I was so bad at having pills. I'd have my mom break them up. It was a while. Like, I think I was a late bloomer with that. So it's definitely not fun to have to do that. I'm sorry that you have to deal with it, but I'm glad that you've got the medication that helps exponentially with the setbacks. So let's dive in a little bit to the creative pursuits of you. You're taking the acting classes now. Acting 101, you mentioned, in improv. So what made you pursue that?
Well, a while back, I was thinking of taking acting classes, and I kept on looking, and I found some, and then my dad suggested taking them in New Mexico, and then I couldn't find any, and then so I was like, once I found it, I'm not saying it was my phone, but I don't know if I put in the right search, and then I was like, why not try again? So I finally did, and then I wanted to, because it reminded me of a show, The Big Bang Theory, and this girl, she takes it, and in LA, well, she moves, and then takes it in LA, and then she was saying things like how she took it classes, and then I was like, why not try that? And then so it got me interested in wanting to look into it, which I never found, because the only ones that I found are like for younger kids, and then I was like, this is hurting my heart. So I gave up, and then I was like, then I tried finally on my laptop, and then I was like, I spoke to Ron, and then he told me everything, and then I was like, okay, sure. I guess I am a little late, so they only have classes on Sunday, and then so like, since only on Sunday, I guess it's my only choice. And then I liked it for the couple of days, and then so basically I'm just learning the story scene. So like, what would you have done in front of a camera? And then so basically, if you're recording on TikTok, what the other person would see, but meaning formally another front of a person, because that's what's going to happen once you finish acting 101 and you do your headshots and get an agent, and then they put you on something, they send it to the casting directors.
Okay.
And then you're in front of a camera with a person or by yourself, and then what you're going to have to say in front of the camera, because the camera is recording, and then so
sounds like a process.
Yeah, it's a process in a way. So for me, I want to hone my skills, and then I want to revert and switch back like all actors do, because that's what I thought. I was like, that's what I should have done, because that's what actors did. They reverted. They started acting, and then they reverted to learning about camera skills.
Yeah.
So that.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, let me ask you something. What scares you more, failing publicly or never trying at all?
Failing.
What? Are you sure?
The one thing I can tell you is I can pretend to play the guitar, meaning that's of like not for like this, and then actually doing all of this, you would like you would not hear anything good. Like this was written.
Okay.
Um,
Well, yeah.
what actually happened was because when I was younger, I learned how to play Hot Cross Buns. I don't know if you know the song.
Hot
You can
cross
look it
buns?
up. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the first thing they teach you, I think, for guitar lessons. I played a little bit of it, and then I just gave up.
Well, so you would rather fail. So you're more afraid of failing than never trying?
Yeah, I'm more of actually a harder person. I
Gosh.
drop out of a lot of things.
Well,
Even if you ask my father, he would say this. He knows that too.
we got to change that, bro. It's all good, though. I think many people,
I'm actually trying
yeah,
for the acting class. I'm actually trying to stay for this
yeah.
because my dad thinks I'm gonna fail for this. I mean, so I'm like,
Hey,
no,
man,
I'll
well,
finish this through and then not waste my money.
it's all good. At least you're trying, man. But yes, I would love to see you see it out the whole way through. Most people, they don't have the balls to even attempt to try to get into acting. So I think you should give yourself some more grace. The fact that, yes, you might be more afraid to fail, but at least you're trying in the first place. And yeah, if you fail, you can try something different. But if you can find your lane that you really enjoy and that you can stick on, I think you can find talent and do well in whatever you set your mind to, man. You've got a big, I mean, dude, not everybody thinks about acting. It's a pretty big goal. It's a pretty big aspiration. So I'd give yourself some
Well,
grace.
well, it's just the thing is, what you do in like if you're home as of now, what you do is like whatever you do, think, use that brain and say like what that person does, whatever it's watching something or watching another person. If you can have a girlfriend, I want that, go for it. Just think about it. Or if you're watching something, if he's doing that in there, and then think of it if it's like true. I'm gonna try that. Like he was playing basketball in that movie. I'm gonna go try out in the YMCA. Go for it. That's all I do. Like honestly, it's just fun to do that. Like I think of
Absolutely.
things that come from perspective, whether it's from a movie, from where I see, and then I'm like, and that's just what comes to mind to me. So like, it's not that hard actually. It's fun to try out that. It's like I want to try this. I want to get that.
Mm,
Do I have money at least? Is
right.
it possible? And then speak to your friends and family for help if it comes, and then it all works out. So,
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is you get motivated easily by seeing other people succeed, and you see it as an opportunity. Hey, if they can do it, I can do it too.
yeah, because for me, I missed a lot of things in high school, which I missed, and I'm trying it now, which is a little late. So I'm like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but just go out there and try things. You'll you'll make it one day. At
Yeah.
least. I'm gonna stop you from being who you are.
Well, I'll
I mean,
definitely, yeah,
considering I have epilepsy or seizures, but it's not stopping me from trying this. Because
absolutely.
I've seen a lot of Marvel movies, and they say you're not supposed to watch things with photosensitivity, and I've had more seizures than a photosensitivity seizure. It happens to every Marvel movie till the last one they're making right now. And I'm like, good. And I get told by everybody, oh, it's not good for your eyes. And my brother never walked out with me of a Marvel movie just because of the photo lights, the
Oh,
shine
I
and
see what you mean.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
And it's just,
dude. It's
I'm a
fear, man.
go-getter.
You're a go-getter, man. You go big or go home. And I agree with you with the high school mention. You said you kind of, maybe you didn't say it, but I feel that maybe in high school you have a little chip on your shoulder because you wish you would have done more in high school. Is that kind of how you feel?
Yeah, because there's this poster there was by where the kids did you're familiar with this, the yearbook stuff. I don't know what they specifically did. I cannot like walk in there and stay long, but I think they were doing some stuff with the yearbook.
Hmm.
I don't want to say the yearbook committee, but anyways, it was far from our lunchroom to our the office, And like every year they had the poster, like the paper on the wall, saying like try out for the talent show. I passed by that and I was said, yes, I'm gonna try that. I'll put out my stand up comedy or magic. Passed by it and it was like the middle of the year. I could say like 10th year, 10th grade. Passed by it, passed by it. I'm gonna go try out for hopefully he never did this to teacher, like excuse me, he never did musical theater or any theater posting like you would see in the show Victorious. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And never spoke to him, only focused. I would always say in my mind, when am I going to graduate? When is this going to end? And I graduated twice in 2019 of my high school year. And then that was it. Started my internship for.
We graduate twice? What do you mean?
So, like, you know how you're told? It's almost a year. Focus. They told me this. The teacher told me this. Focus. You're about to graduate. And then I was like, okay. And then messed around a little bit. And then mixed that last year. And then I was supposed to graduate with my friend. Didn't. Guess who I graduated with? My brother.
Ah, gotcha.
And saddest thing I can still remember to this day. Did the internship, but not with my friend. We did our own separate internships, but did the same stuff did. He finished his. It was my turn, and then here I am now. I can still remember that, and I was like, oh. Didn't even do sports either. Saddest thing.
Dang. Well, are you still friends with him today? Good. Sometimes you gotta split up. You gotta go on your own side quest.
Yeah, considering we had separate classes, except for math, but I was just like, oh, okay, they're saying I have to graduate, focus, and then I never. It's like my brain was switching, and I was like,
You're too busy thinking about becoming a star.
not necessarily, but I was mostly focused on trying to graduate because you never think of like how long is you're gonna stay in high school, and it's like 9th, 10th, 11th. That year is long, and I'm like, never just thought of that. And I'm like,
yeah, those 4 years they were long, low key. They also flew by at the same time though. I felt like it was a lot of nothing. I didn't learn a whole lot in high school. Well, I probably learned more than I thought. The biggest thing is the communication skills of being able to. That's what I learned in college, especially as well. It was being able to meet new people, get out there, and
that is true.
Yeah. So right now, like when you think about your future, Henok, what are you building?
I was supposed to go to college, but as far as I'm remembering from my sister, I guess she wanted me to pause because I guess I don't know if I never asked her this if it was about the tutoring thing, but it was. She wanted me to pause, and she's like, "Do you remember that I told you were supposed to pause?" And I was like, I playfully played around with her, and I was like, "Yeah." And then it's like, "Just wait," and then okay. So I'm just looking for a job, and then pretending to be on my laptop, just working on some of my well, not working on it, but like learning some stuff of acting so I can hone my skills, as I guess I'm not doing so well, but.
So yeah, let me dive into that for a sec with you. You're currently job searching while chasing a lot of creative goals. How do you balance responsibility with ambition?
It's very much easy for me since I'm used to being home all day. So it's like I focus on one thing since I have a schedule. So it's like since I know which is not real and which is real, then I just hide that and then focus on the one that I'm going for. And then so basically it's just a way of me putting my stuff in order.
That's good. So what does resilience look like in your life right now?
Remind me what that means again.
Resilience is the ability to overcome something.
Well, hopefully I can finish this acting stuff and then hopefully see what it outcomes, because I was hoping for it to be through college, then high school, through college, then a job, because that's what my brother was doing, and I wanted to do it that way. So that was my way of doing it. Sorry, I didn't put it that way correctly.
No, I know what you're saying. So I want to ask you about strength for a sec as well, Henok. What are your thoughts on the brand? Like, what are your favorite parts of being an athlete? Because you joined the team maybe, I want to say like 4 months ago, right? 4 months ago?
1 year ago.
No way you've been on a team for a year, bro. There's no way.
I was just sitting back there and I was scrolling through Instagram and an ad popped up and it was literally 2025 and I was back there scrolling through Instagram and an ad popped up for you guys and I was like, I hope I don't have to pay. And then I guess I answered everything through, everything went fine. And then ever since that year, it was 2025. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was August 2025. You're right. I just looked it up. Yeah, we've changed the model of how it works a little bit over especially the last 6 to 12 months. I feel very confident about what we're doing right now. And the fact that the team meetings are going so well, and dude, you pop in all the time. You're in the app. You welcome people. You reply to almost everybody's comments, especially when they're posting their welcome. You're saying, hey, welcome in. Dude, I just want you to know, Henok, you're extremely valued and appreciated in the community, for real. Like,
Thanks.
If you're not at a meeting, which I don't know if you've ever not been at a meeting, I could just see myself, well, I'm always looking around. I'm like, yo, where's Henok at? Have you missed a meeting since, like, we started doing them consistently in October?
No.
Dude, well, I appreciate you prioritizing this because the community definitely appreciates you.
Thank you.
Let's go, bro. What do you want to tell the other strength athletes and the people listening to this? Based on your story, what do you want them to leave watching this video remembering?
Whatever you want to achieve, I think you can go for it, no matter whatever health issue or disability you have. Just go for it. It's no big, is small or too big, so just go for it, because whatever you believe you can do, as for me, I think I can do my acting. I'm not saying I can be on camera because I'm not very good at memorizing it, because as soon as I memorize a script, the next day it's going to be gone. It's going to be the moment of 51st dates.
That's why we like improv, right?
Yeah, improv's helping. It was not my choice to join it. It was kind of my choice, but like, I was not thinking of it. I was just thinking of taking one class and then going for it. But in general, all I'm saying is, whatever you dream of doing, go for it. Whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to look good for your family, whatever issue you're going through, go for it, because it's not going to be very long. And however young or age you are, it's not going to be there for that long, because everything I choose to do for is always gone and past. And I'm like, anything I choose to watch on Netflix gives me many chances I want to see. It's already gone. They took it off. It's upsetting to me, not like in tears or anything, but in here. But so I hope whatever you guys achieve through the team, I'll always see you there, and we're a team and a family, so go for it. Hooray.
Yes. What would you say to somebody that's watching that might not be a part of the team yet, thinking about joining? What would you say to them?
I would say I told this to a bunch of people. Like, I highly recommend joining the team, even though if you don't take the supplements or anything, everything is done on your phone. Whether it's any your jobs or or you're too busy, everything is done on your phone. Like, I've seen a lot of people say like I can't join the meeting, but I'll type it down anyways. Like, still come.
Yeah, all you need is your phone. You click a link and you're in. You're in an awesome community of people here to lift you up, talk about the brand, talk about
I'm
momentum.
just finding a bunch of excuses, and I'm like, you know what? I did my part.
They don't want it
That's
bad
fine.
enough. You did your
If they don't
part.
want to join, then it's fine.
100%. I like that, bro. I appreciate that you go out of your way and you tell people, hey, this is a pretty sweet community. And it's so laid back. You know how it is. We don't ask anything of our athletes other than be a positive person, represent us the right way, take advantage of the resources, come in the app, engage with the community. You can make so many friends. Henok, I heard that you're friends with Tyrion. I heard that y'all been DMing a little bit.
Who?
Her name's Tyrion. She's a strength athlete. Tyrion? You probably talked to everybody in the app. Tyrion just mentioned to me that she was talking to you recently.
What was she saying?
She didn't give me any details.
Oh. How's her name spelled?
Tarian.
Let me write that down, because
She's pretty witty.
Taryn.
IAN. Not Y. There's no Y.
Tarin.
AN.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I talk to everybody, honestly.
I know you do. Yeah. You're like
I thought you meant like the IDM somebody, so that's why I got a little confused.
I gotta say, bro, I love your name, Henok Haile. It sounds like HH, like I'm Shane Scar. You got the HH, the 2-syllable for both. How did your parents name you Henok?
Well, my last name is my father's first name, so it goes for my brother and sister, and my first name is derivative. I don't know if you can figure that out since you're religious.
Henok.
But I'll tell you anyways, it's Enoch.
Oh, wow.
So it means who couldn't come from heaven.
Yeah.
Who went peacefully up.
That's amazing. Are you in tune with your faith?
Yeah. Not strongly, but I'm getting there. But I do go Sundays to church with not my whole family, just my parents, because I guess my brother and sister go to their own church since my sister's moved out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, everybody walks their own faith journey and it's up to them and God on the relationship. Let me ask you that. Tell me about your family a little bit. Are you the oldest, the youngest?
No, it goes my sister, me, then my brother.
Okay, you're a middle child.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, man, it's nice. I'm sure it's nice having a brother and a sister. I only got 2 sisters. It sucks. I'm just kidding. I'm the oldest. Got 2 younger sisters. They're chill. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah. Didn't you bring up my sister one time in a meeting, bro? You were saying you want to meet my sister or something. It was funny.
I was joking around.
I know. Bro, one time you made me laugh so hard in a meeting. I remember I was on a treadmill. It's a Tribe Thursday, and we're sharing wins and wars. You go, I don't remember what you said your win was, but you said your war, you're like, my parents made me shave my mustache. And you felt, it seemed like you were like so upset. I was like, bro, like.
Well, it's just, when I was growing up, I didn't have like the idea of like letting my hair grow out, because not like it's a bad thing, but my mom had thought like always some weeks of shaving it, and then when we would go like out to visit family members far away,
Mm.
we would always haircut. There's like a picture in the family room where it shows, and I never had the thought of growing it out. As
Mm.
of right now, I'm having hair issues. But
Dude,
anyways, with
your hair's kind of
this,
curly.
every time, yeah, I grew. Black, if you're a black person and have 4C, automatically you get like curly hair. No matter a white person,
Yeah.
that's a maybe. But for a white person, straight up like you, straight up curly hair. Because I know a friend, he grew up in our neighborhood. He has straight up curly hair, and he's Mexican. Like straight up, he
Okay.
has straight hair, and he can do anything to his hair.
Yeah.
And so, but anyways, for this and this and this, every time my mother was like, "It's shower time, Henok," and I would pause anything I was doing, just like shower and shave your face, and like, okay, do again, do, and I never had the thought of growing it out until I saw my brothers,
Mm.
and I was like,
Mm.
so I actually wanted to grow it out, and I was like, because the thing is with my mother, I love my mother to heart, and she like has a clash with us, me, my brother, father, and sister, and it's like her OCD issue. No offense, but I'm trying to figure out like she always like when you say one thing, immediately it's like somebody like built a robot and it triggered it, and it's like, oh, you were doing this to me. So it's like a reaction to when you're making a science thing and it explodes.
Okay.
So it's like so all of a sudden she has a reaction and then turns into a baby and then goes to my father, and I'm like, this is not what I wanted. I told you, you've seen this for a while. I'm a man, I'm like at least 27. I want to grow this. So I'm like,
Yeah. I think everybody looks better with the stash, right?
I guess so. I'm still getting used to it. I'm still learning stuff. So
I used to have a stash, and it had like, wait, do you got that thing right below here? Yeah, dude, I let mine
it's like
grow
growing
like,
a little bit.
okay, mine was like, it's, what do they call it? The soul patch. I let it like get as puffy as possible. Oh my gosh, I look like the ultimate hick. It was not good. That was when I was in Florida last year a little bit. And then I learned, how yours looks is great. You got the little goatee, but if you're going to have just the
Actually, it's a
stash,
little cut off, but it's
yeah, I think it looks good, man. I think it's a good look for you. Can you grow on the sides yet or not yet?
this one I'm still working on, and this one is for some reason can grow, but not this one not yet. I
Okay.
think this one is a little. There was this guy at my school when I would ride the bus, and so this was after school,
Mhm.
and then he would talk to this guy. I don't know if they were bus drivers or not, but like he had a big mustache and he had it like curled like he was a cowboy and twisted in, and I'm like,
That
every
is
time I passed him,
disgusting.
I would recognize him because of the twisted mustache, like the Monopoly man,
Yeah.
and I'm like, jeez.
How does that
Yeah,
happen
it's-
naturally? It's like, does he comb it like that?
I don't know. I wanted to ask him, but then I'm like, I don't want to miss any, like, bus seats. So I'm like,
Hmm.
I was just like, you go, man.
Yeah. Props to you. I'll show you these pictures. I don't know if you remember. Remember when I had that really big beard back in October?
Were you on the hospital bed?
No.
Probably
No.
not.
Whatever. I looked homeless for a little bit. It was when I was writing the book. I just didn't shave until I finished it. But
Oh, so this was recent.
yeah, it was recent. It was like I cut it
My
in
bad.
like November-ish. But dude, your hair and your facial hair makes a big difference in how old you look. When I have really short hair and a full beard, I look like I'm like 30 plus. It's not the best look. I like to look youthful. I think you look very youthful. Like I said, bro, I thought you were a little bit younger than me. So we got people all
I
ages.
look like that, but
It's It's good to be
A lot of people are
youthful.
surprised because I'm not the height for my age, so it's like shocking to people when I tell them like, um, so they're like, "How old are you?" I'm 27. And they're like, "No, you're not." They're like shocked actually.
Hmm. Well, you said you're like 5 foot.
5'5" to like 5'4",
Heck
so
yeah.
there's like a squeeze.
Yep. You're like my buddy Jimmy, 5'5". Beast mode. That's good, bro. So that's why we put on that muscle. Height never matters. I've never had a problem for dating or anything related to that with my height because you carry yourself a certain way. You have the confidence of knowing what you provide. You're somebody that's ambitious. You're pursuing acting. I'm confident that you've got a bright future ahead, man.
Yeah, so right now is looking for a job and gonna stick with acting since I don't know when my sister's gonna let me go back to school. Considering I'm late,
Hmm.
I guess, meaning because a while back after Christmas they started, and then you're like you're a little late, but you can still join. And then I'm like, okay, so all my sister and father have to do is just put in the FAFSA. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Cool.
So, and then I guess I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just look for a job and work on my acting time being. Since I only have 8 weeks for acting and improv, I mean, meaning separately. So,
Let's go, bro. We got to wrap this up, my man. What is the last quote you want to leave the team with?
uh,
Ooh, you got something pulled up?
I don't know if I did before. See if it's, uh, what?
It's okay if you don't got one on the top of your head. No, I'll let you. We got time.
Okay. So, quote. Uh, ooh, I got one. This is good.
All right. What do you want to leave the audience with?
I got it. No, let's see what this. Oh, that's dark. There it is. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. MLK.
Love it. Well said, brother. Yeah, we all make a different kind of impact, and it's an impact nonetheless. Doesn't matter where you're at in life. So I think you're just a perfect example of what our brand stands for, Henok. So I just want to applaud you once again. I really admire you as a person and grateful to have you on this journey, my man. Where can they find you on socials?
So, a heads up, I am not directly on Instagram much, but that is my social. So if you guys want it,
Yeah, what's your TikTok?
if you want for my Instagram, I don't mainly post on there, but I am trying. It is Henok 813, and then or you can just find me by my full name, Henok Haile, and then for my TikTok, Henok Haile 43,
There we go. Let's go, bro.
and then here's your man.
Hey, Diego. Let's go. Killing it. That's our coach right there. Yes, sir. All right, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, subscribe, comment your biggest takeaway. Henok's a beast. If you want to be like him and be the next success story inside of our ecosystem, go to strength.com/athlete to learn more. And we'll see you in the next one.